Thank you for tuning in to the 3-Minute Historian. We are on a quest to look at the entire history of the United States of America, 3 minutes or so at a time. In this segment, we look at the Voyages of Columbus. First, a quick trivia question. In which state will you find a historical marker on the site where Columbus landed on any of his 4 voyages? The answer coming in about 3 minutes. Columbus set sail from Spain in August 1492. He was known as Cristobal Colon. This is the Spanish version of his original name, which was Cristoforo Colombo. He had his now famous ships, little caravels, the Nina and the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, a barge that was turned into a galleon. Colon and his crew sailed directly into the unknown ocean, hoping to find China or India. On October 12, 1492, they arrived at one of the islands in the Bahamas. Now, I'm sure that none of the people on the beach that day had any idea how much this landing would affect the course of history. Why, we don't even know for certain which island that Colon landed on, but the landing had profound consequences for both the New World and the Old. Colon didn't stay on this island very long. He was looking for the mainland of China or India. His ship sailed around and came to an island that he called Hispaniola. This island is home today to Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and this is where the Santa Maria foundered and sank. The sailors salvaged some timbers for the ship and built huts on the shore. Colon left some of his sailors there and returned to Spain with some of the Indians and other exotic items to prove that he found land in the Western Sea. The people of Spain gave Colon a hero's welcome. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella gave him an audience, and the Pope christened him with the Latinized version of his name, Christopher Columbus. Then they made plans for a second voyage, and Columbus set sail again in September 1493, this time with 1,000 people and a dozen ships. When they arrived at Hispaniola, they found Columbus's sailors either missing or dead. Whether they killed each other or the Indians killed them, we shall never know. Columbus and his new sailors built a new settlement, and Columbus sailed around. He discovered the islands of Cuba and Jamaica, but did not find any Chinese or Indian people. This was a problem because Columbus had promised to find a supply of great riches for Spain. The island of Hispaniola turned out to be barren of natural resources. Even today, Haiti and the Dominican Republic are among the poorest nations in the world. Columbus returned to Spain, but people had lost interest. They decided that Columbus had not found China, just some barren islands in the middle of the ocean. He returned to Hispaniola in 1498. Desperate to make something of his colony, Columbus enslaved a few hundred Indians and sent them back to Spain. A third of them died on the way. Ferdinand and Isabella freed the rest of them, but the Indians quickly died in Spain. Ferdinand and Isabella sent a new governor to Hispaniola, who arrested Columbus and sent him back to Spain in chains. He was released on arrival, but Columbus was not allowed to govern again. In 1502, Columbus sailed to the New World for the 4th time. He discovered the coast of Panama, but did not find a passage to China. Columbus's ship ran aground at Jamaica, and he was stuck there for about a year. Columbus returned to Spain in 1504, but Queen Isabella had died by that time, and King Ferdinand did not look favorably upon the troublesome explorer. Columbus never sailed again. He could only watch as others set out for new adventures in the New World. When Columbus died in 1506, the people of Europe regarded Columbus's discovery as a disappointment. By now it should be clear that Columbus never stepped ashore anywhere that is American territory, with the exception, of course, of Puerto Rico. It's somewhat strange that a figure who looms so large in American history never even came to America. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in to the 3-Minute Historian, and I hope that you tune in again next time.